It's me, Danielle Danny Buttons, and I'm here for a tag video. This is the TMI tag, 50 random facts about me. I was tagged by Erica at Elm Colors, and the tag was created by Color Me Stress Free, or at least she's who brought it into the coloring community. So I will link them down below, including who I tag, who, you know what, I'm gonna be winging it and letting you know by the end of the video who I'm going to tag. But there are 50 questions. Those will also be down below. And I figured we would color in the Kira version of a book, Summer. It's a color by color book. And I recently did a flip and review, but I didn't color on camera. So I figured, oh, why not? This should be good. And it's a pretty easy one to talk and color at the same time. Also, at the time of filming this, I have hit 3,000 subscribers. Woohoo! I'm excited. So be on the lookout for a giveaway video, definitely before the end of the month, potentially before the end of the week. But I want to finalize all of the wording and make sure everything is nice and clear and finalize the prizes and things like that. So yay us, though. I'm very excited. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're new right now, you should stick around, subscribe. I'm a fun time. But let's get into it. I decided I'm going to color my favorite page because I don't know about the rest of you, but I have a bad habit of putting off my favorite pages because I don't want to, I don't know, I'm going to say the word waste, but that's not really what I mean. I'm just I want to save it. I want to hoard my favorite pages, but then sometimes I don't end up doing them, and that's sad. So let's do it right now. This is the citrus page, and of course, I'm using my Touchy markers because that seems to be all that I use. So 50 questions, here we go. Oh man, I remembered that this was the first one, and I didn't do anything about it. So here we go. Question number 1 is, what are you wearing? And I'm wearing pajamas, and my pajamas today are flamingo shorts and a 101 Dalmatians shirt. It is actually from the brand Tea Turtle, which I really like their art style, and I have some fun crafty shirts from them. But this one is 101 Dalmatians, so that's embarrassing, but it's the truth, and I'm here for the truth. I think there's only 1 or 2 questions that I'm probably not going to answer correctly, but we'll find out. We'll find out together. I'm going to try my best. I really don't have many secrets from you guys. So, question number 2 is, have you ever been in love? So I'm going to have to say yes, or else Sam might cry. No. I love Samuel, yeah. I watched Erica's video, and her husband was a lot of her answers, and I expect Sam is going to be a lot of my answers. And also, I'm hamming it up, but he's in the living room right now. I have a feeling he's going to come back while we're filming because his lunch break is going to end. But for now, him and Noodles are out there doing whatever they do. I think he's on his lunch break, so they're playing video games. So, number 3 is, have you ever had a terrible breakup? And to be honest, I have only been in 2 relationships. So Sam and 1 high school boyfriend. And that high school boyfriend, I did in fact have multiple bad breakups from. And at the time, I hammed it up and I kind of loved it, even though it was a bad breakup. This is telling about me, but I was screaming at him on the street corner and be like, how could you do this to me? And I was like, oh my God, I'm in a movie right now that I'm having this fight on the street corner. So we were walking home from school, and before he turned for his block, we broke up. So those are some funny memories now. But yes, very, very bad at the time. But I'm exposing Sam too. Sam's first girlfriend. So we as a couple, we went through people. No, not really. 2 people. 1 person before finding each other, I guess. So there's that story. How tall are you? I'm 5'3", and that's it. It's very sad for me because I'm the shortest in my family. And I have been 5'3" since 5th grade. So I used to be the tallest in my class and things like that. And taller than my younger cousins, and I would rub it in because that's what you do when you're the taller one. But it is no more. I'm no longer the taller one. Also, I'm having a little trouble discerning these colors from this far away because, again, when I'm not filming, I'm usually much closer. But yeah, I have one cousin who's 10 months younger than me, and he used to be a lot shorter than me because I think boys just grow slower. But then he turned into a professional baseball player, so now he's much taller, and I'm sad about it. But I'm still older. He can't take that away. Question 5 is, how much do you weigh? This is the one that you're not going to get an official answer, but I will tell you that I weigh 40 pounds less than I used to since I started trying to weigh less in like August. So we're on a journey right now, but the journey's not over, so no numbers for you. But I was talking to a friend about this. I won't name her, but we were talking about how even people that have a low number are self-conscious about it. And I just think it's sad that basically every woman is very self-conscious about their body because we're trained to be. So be proud of yourself, ladies. I hear Noodles barking. I'm distracted. All right, any tattoos? No tattoos. I used to be like anti-tattoo, like I was annoying about it, but I've since become much more open-minded and obviously am okay with other people making their own decisions. So there's some growth, but I don't have any because I don't like the same thing for very long. So there's just nothing that I would want forever. The closest, like if I was forced to get a tattoo, I would get a turtle and I would get it on my foot because I have loved turtles for probably 20 years. And that's like the record for me and liking something. And also, I have trouble with tattoos because I'm like, well, if I got one, I would want to be able to see it. But then I would also want to be able to cover it. So like, I just don't know like what the point would be and like where I could get it. So that's why I feel like a turtle on my foot would be good. Because then like in the summertime when you're wearing sandals and things, you'd see him. And then if you don't want him seen, you just put a sock on. So I have a feeling that I'm apparently like delving into stories for each of these, so I apologize for that, but here we are. This is what you get over here. Next up is any piercings. I have just my ears pierced, one hole in each. I have been tempted to like get more ear piercings, but I'm a chicken and like I don't understand how people get nose piercings because I'd be so afraid all the time to like rip it out. So if I need to sneeze, I don't want to have to worry about my nose bleeding. So, I mean, obviously a lot of people have them, so it's probably not as big a deal as it is in my head, but no piercings for me other than that. I'm really boring, so I apologize. I do kind of want to get like a cartilage ear piercing, but I kind of feel like I'm too old now. And not that I'm too old, but I mean like where am I going to go? I'd have to go like a tattoo shop, and that scares me. Can't go to like Claire's and get a cartilage piercing. So my ears got pierced by the doctor at like 6 months old. So there we go. Where are we? Oh no, I can't stop coloring. Number 8 is OTP, which I'm pretty sure means one true pairing. And it's supposed to be like your favorite couple of all time kind of thing. But I don't really understand what that means, so I don't have one. Sorry. I can't even think of any. Like, I don't know if it's celebrity couples or like fictional couples, but I don't really have any. I could say like Monica and Chandler Bing because they're the first couple I thought of that I like, so I'll say them. Favorite show. There we go. My favorite show is Friends. I know it is basic, but it's been my favorite show since it was on, so at least I'm been basic and consistent. So that's that. A nice and easy one. Next thing. Favorite bands. I don't have any. I'm very strange with music. I'm like the opposite of the rest of my family, but like I don't casually listen to music really. I'll listen to it in the car, or I'll listen to it, mostly in the car. I don't really just play it for myself. Like, I just don't have background music. I, in fact, really dislike background music because I find it distracting. But on the other hand, I do really love, like, singing along to music. I don't know. I'm weird. I don't have any favorite bands. Something you miss. I don't know. What do I miss? I mean, right now, we're still not really getting to do things. So, like, I miss seeing a lot of my friends in person. But hopefully that will be changing. But I guess for now I miss them. I miss that, like, I'll blame noodles. I miss, like, the freedom of just going. I didn't really do it that much back in the day anyway, but I feel like now that we have noodles, we very rarely just, like, leave the house. Like, we always have to plan how long we're going to be gone and what we're doing with her. We are not very spontaneous anymore. And I feel like a lot of that is just really these times, if you catch my drift, but I feel like I have the tiniest bit less freedoms with having a pup. Obviously having a pup that is incredibly spoiled and we treat like a person, because I feel like normal dogs, if you wanted to go to the store, you just go to the store, but not Miss Noodles. So, all right. Favorite song. I don't know. I feel like I say, oh, this is my favorite song to, like, a lot of things. So I probably have a lot of favorite songs. I don't know. I'm trying to think. What could my favorite song be? I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I almost want to say I should have been more prepared, but I kind of think it's more fun when you go into this without thinking about your answers. Because then, in theory, you get, like, your mind's truer response. Except when my mind doesn't have one. The thing that popped into my head is Always Be My Baby by Mariah Carey. Don't know why, but I do enjoy belting that one out. For a while, I was really into Walking in Memphis, the Lone Star version. So those are very different things, but two songs that I thought of off the top of my head. So some of my favorites. Number 13. How old are you? I'm 32, and I'm shocked about it. I feel like everybody got robbed a year, and I shouldn't be 32. And I feel like inside I'm like 24. But then, like, physically I'm like 50, so it's all confusing. But in fact, before I lost my 40 pounds, my scale told me I was 60, and I was very offended by the scale. But now the scale says I'm 50, which obviously is not great since I'm 32. But it's much better than 60, so we're getting there. We're making progress. Uh-oh, my phone screen's going dead. Hold on. Number 14, your zodiac sign. I'm a Scorpio. Sometimes, I mean, I don't know if I really buy into it, this zodiac signs, but sometimes it's fun, and sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. And really, I don't know. I feel like if you read about zodiac signs, just the wording they use is so vague that basically anyone can relate. So I more believe it when I meet other Scorpios and they're very similar to me, and I'm like, huh, maybe that's why. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. But yeah, a water sign. I love water. So there's that. I don't know the rest of them, like the rising and whatever. Don't know. Quality you look for in a partner. I don't look for anything. I got a partner. So I don't know. I guess sense of humor is probably the biggest one. It's so hard because now I'm just like thinking of all the qualities that I just already like in Sam. It just worked out that way. I don't know if you know what I mean? I don't even know what I mean, so I don't know how you would. But sure, we'll go with sense of humor. Sam's a funny guy. We often compete over who's funnier. Favorite quote? None. I don't like quotes. I'm not one of those people that'll like randomly read a comment and it's like, if you're reading this, you matter. No, I don't. Whatever. So I don't really have one. I did on my wall used to have a quote that was like, life is like a camera, capture the good moments, develop from the negatives, and if things don't turn out, take another shot. And that was something. So I enjoyed that, I guess. But not the biggest into quotes. Favorite actor. We're only on number 17. We're 15 minutes in. Maybe this isn't too bad. Favorite actor. I don't really have a favorite actor either. In the past, like, many years, I don't really consume any media but Disney movies and YouTube. So, I don't know. But growing up, I loved Adam Sandler. And I love Adam Sandler movies a lot. But mostly his old stuff. I haven't even watched most of his new stuff. I kind of want to, just to see what I think about it, but I haven't yet, so we will see. Also, I'm sure you can follow along, but I mostly just go down the color line when I'm doing these. So, there's that. Favorite color. My favorite color has, I was going to say always, but I guess not always. But for the majority of my life, been purple. It was also my mom's favorite color, and I just love purple. Recently, though, yellow has been giving purple a run for its money. It's just so bright and happy. I like both of them together. And then I also really like gray. And gray was my dad's favorite color, so I feel heavily influenced. But I just like them, and I love them all together. So that's them. Loud music or soft music? Probably loud music. But more likely no music. No, I don't know. It's so, again, I don't like background music. So when I hear soft music, I'm thinking background, and that's not really my jam. So, loud music, because most situations I'm listening to music, I want it loud. Where do you go when you're sad? So, I don't know if this is the answer it's looking for, but especially like when we lived in an apartment, when I was ever like sad or angry at Sam or things like that, I would sit in the dry tub. So that's where I would go. I used to be a punk about it, and like I don't know why he ever liked me, but I would like sit and wait for him to recognize that I was sitting in the tub before I talked to him again, which don't do that. That's not great. But yeah, I always like to sit in the tub. I don't know why. I think it's like cool and it's quiet. And yeah, mostly that. I mean, I'm just in my house, so there's really nowhere else to go when I'm sad. Now I'll like seek out Miss Noodles, and usually she'll leave. Like if I'm crying, sometimes she'll like lick the tears off and then be like, nah, this is too much emotion for me, bye. So thanks, Noodles. But that's fine. How long does it take you to shower? If it's hair washing day, like 30 minutes. And if it's not, like 10 if I want. I don't know. It's hard because I just usually stay in extra because I like the hot water. And I like to listen to audiobooks in the shower. Or that's where I listen to music. Yeah, I completely forgot that I do that. But I listen to music in the shower. Usually 90s radio or Motown. But yeah, I can be quick if I want to. I remember growing up, this was literally, I was probably like 7 or 8 years old, and my mom would still help me wash my hair. And I remember once we showered in a commercial because I think we were watching A League of Their Own, which is the ladies playing baseball movie. And we showered in the span of a commercial. So that's pretty cool. Or ridiculous, I don't know. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? Also, I'm incredibly quick at this because I'm very low maintenance. 98% of the time, my hair is just in a high bun. I really don't do makeup. I have upped my makeup routine from 1 thing to 2. I used to just do mascara, and now I do mascara and I do my eyebrows, kind of. It's a very basic form of doing my eyebrows, but I do them. So I am high maintenance these days. If it was like, how long did it take to do your nails, then that's a whole nother story, because that's like over hour-long process, but I don't do that right before anything because I know it's a long process. So 5 minutes is how long it takes me to get ready in the morning. Have you ever been in a physical fight? No. That sounds scary. I haven't even been close to a physical fight as far as I know. Yeah, no. This orange is a little bit too close to that orange, or it's gonna dry up a little bit. I think it'll dry up. So, yeah, I don't think I've ever even come close. So, the next two are just turn off and turn on. So, I guess we can interpret this however we want, but I assume it's in people. So, turn off, be like, smokers of any sort, no thank you. And what else would be a turn off? I mean, this is going to be no, I don't even want to say that. I was going to say this is going to be hypocritical, but because I curse off screen, if you can believe it. I've been known to. But I want to say, like, if you can't control your cursing, it bothers me. So, like, people that curse at Disney World or, yeah, mostly that. Like, if you're being sassy in front of children, I don't like it, because I think that adults and children can enjoy things and should enjoy things, but I don't like the idea of adults ruining things for children. I don't know. I don't know if that made sense. Turn on. I should have had Sam in here and then he could tell me. So I'm just not going to answer that. I'm sorry. But I'm not avoiding it. I just don't have a good answer off the top of my head. So the reason you joined YouTube. So my channel was originally a scrapbooking channel, and I really just wanted to be a part of the scrapbooking community. I just thought it was cool, and they shared all their projects, and they like learn from each other. So there's that. And I don't remember why I switched to coloring. I think I found the coloring community, and I was like, wow, those guys are cool too. And I wanted to become part of that community, and I really didn't until recently. So, well, now it's been almost a year, but I'm excited that this has seemingly stuck. So, I love you guys. Fears. We don't have enough time. So, I'm afraid of a lot of things. Obviously, the big one is birds. Really anything that flies, but birds freak me out the most. I do not like birds. I don't like monkeys. I'm pretty afraid of monkeys. I'm afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of being alone. I'm afraid, I don't know. I think I'm just, my personality is I'm always expecting the worst. So I'm afraid of a lot of things. I have really bad car anxiety, but I'm almost not sure if I want to say that my anxieties are the same as my fears, because that doesn't feel fair to me, I guess. I don't know. I could be talking out my bum, but I'm afraid of a lot of things, and now I let my phone go dark. One moment. Last thing, we're on number 28, by the way. Last thing that made you cry. I was going to say it's been a while, but now it was last night, I'm pretty sure. Was it? Was it? I cry real easy. I'm very emotional. Like, I'm quick with my emotions, and then they're over. It always upsets Sam, because if I'm angry, I'll just yell. I'll scream and yell, but then it's like, okay, now I'm done. And so it'll be like a 2-minute thing, but then he is slower with his emotions, so he is upset for a while if I yell at him, and I'm like, why are you still mad? Like, I yelled 10 minutes ago. That's over now. I apologize. Let's move on. You know what I mean? So for crying, I do that a lot. I cry, like, I can cry at commercials if they're a nice long commercial. I cry at happy things. Like, I'm obsessed with the Olympics, but my gosh, I cry at almost everybody who wins because they usually cry. So I'm pretty sure I cried because I had a fight with my dad last night, and I was upset about it. So I'm going to guess that was the last time I cried. Last time you said you loved someone. So this was probably Sam last night. We just usually say I love you before bed. So pretty simple. Or I say I love you to Noodles maybe 78 times a day. And she just stares at me like, all right, cool. So one of them. Meaning behind your YouTube name. So I feel like I've talked about this before, but that's fine. I almost feel like I've answered these questions before, so this might be a whole repeat tag for me, but oh well. My YouTube name is Danny Buttons, and like I said, I originally was in the scrapbooking community, so a lot of people in that community would have supplies in their name, and I wanted to have something on theme. So I used to use buttons in my scrapbook pages. So I thought that was cute. Like cute as a button, Danny Buttons. And then I do not go by Danny in real life. And it's still weird sometimes to hear Danny online. So I've always been Danielle. But like Danielle Buttons doesn't sound good. So I'm Danny Buttons. I just thought it was like nice and cute. And I honestly really like that that's how I went, because I feel like it's pretty unique in the coloring community now. And then people can remember who I am if you hear anything about me. Let me pick my next color. Is that good enough? Yeah, why not? So that's it. That's my YouTube name. Last book you read. What did I finish? Every Value Break? I feel like I finished something since then. Now I have to check. I'm sorry. Time out. My books. Red. No. Red. It's loading. Yeah, it was Every Value Break. I'm having a very slow reading year, which makes me sad, but I'm just going to keep working at it and see what happens. But I read Every Value Break by Peter Swanson. He's a thriller author, and it was pretty good. I feel like the story was kind of predictable, but it was incredibly thrilling. Like, I think I read it in like 2 days, and it was my first physical book of the year because nothing has been keeping my attention. So I definitely enjoyed it. Like 3 or 4 stars maybe. But it was about like this wife. Well, it's like a newlywed couple, and they go on a honeymoon on like an island, and then somebody who she had a one-night stand with ends up being on the island too. So that's all I'll say about that. But a lot of people are not liking it because it was so predictable, but it was still super thrilling. So I don't know, it's hard. Oh no, my phone. Okay. Where are we? One second. The book you are currently reading. I'm currently reading Fix Her Up, and it is like a rom-com. I like to split up my thrillers and my rom-coms because if I read too many in a row of the thrillers, I get scared. It's crazy. Like I said, I have so many fears, I can't even list them. I can't watch anything scary because I'll remember the imagery forever. But I read a lot of really messed up books. And like my friend Lydia, who now you've met a few times, is always like, I bought this from your wish list, but it's all murder books. And I'm like, that's right. So I don't know. But Fix Her Up is actually like a rom-com type book. And I'm only like 20 pages in, but it's supposedly about like this guy was a ex-baseball player and got injured, so he had to retire early, and he's very upset about it. And I think he's going to get into a relationship with someone trying to help him out of being upset, is what I'm getting from it. So it's a series now, and if I like it, I'm going to investigate the next books in the series, but we'll find out. I shouldn't have started. Hold on. I think I'm going to finish this picture before I finish these questions. Sheesh. Ooh, the last show you watched. I'm currently rewatching Pretty Little Liars. So I'm watching that. But I don't really watch current TV shows. I've even fallen really behind on all the baking shows that I usually watch, which is unfortunate. So I don't know if this means last show, like last episode of TV I watched, it was Pretty Little Liars. Is there 2 colors of yellow? No, this is my yellow orange. Okay. Last person you talked to. I guess I talked to Sam when I was like, please leave. No, he actually offered to leave. He's on his lunch break, like I said. But I'm expecting he'll be back soon because I'm taking a long time. Unless he's using me as an excuse to extend his lunch break. But he's actually, I'm really proud of how he's working at home because it's distracting. I'm distracting. So he's been doing good. The relationship between you and the person you last texted. It was Emily, so color to bestie. Oh, Sam's coming. Oh, Sam's not coming. No, Sam's not coming. I apologize. So, yeah. She's my bud that I've gotten from coloring, and now I bother her all the time when I asked her what I should color some jewelry on one of my critters that you'll see at the end of the month. But we're actually watching Pretty Little Liars together. Binge club, so not every episode together, but we watch the same number of episodes every week and then chat about it. So everybody needs to get them an Emily, but not my Emily. Get your own. No. Next question is favorite food. I don't eat it as much as I used to, but I love baked ziti a lot. I didn't used to like baked ziti at all because I was super picky and I wouldn't eat sauce. And obviously there's sauce in baked ziti, but I found a baked ziti that I loved and I ran with it. Oh, I think that was supposed to be peach. I can't tell. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, got distracted. But I love baked ziti. I like making baked ziti. That's like one of my signature dishes for holidays. Is I'll make baked ziti. My aunt makes really good baked ziti. She's actually like probably the one that turned me around to it. Having hers, because hers is really sauce light, and then I was like eased into it. So love it. I think I'm doing way too much of this color, and I'm just putting it everywhere. I don't really know what's going on, so oops. But here we go. Everywhere. Next. Place you want to visit. There's a few, especially after not visiting anywhere in so long. But what's recently been on my mind, and where Sam refuses to text me. This one is really funny. But whenever I finish reading books, I usually donate them. But right now, my library isn't taking donations because they're still closed inside, which completely makes sense. I miss library sales so much, but I understand and I will wait for them. But because of that, I would love to like sell all these books. Like if I can't donate them, I'd like to sell them. Our like Goodwill doesn't take books anymore, so that's why I'm not going that route. I don't really know where else I would go besides those two places. But point is, I want to sell them, and when we visited my sister-in-law in Georgia, we went to Half Price Books and Second and Charles, and they're both stores that will take like old books that you can sell to them. And I loved it a lot, and I really want to go back. But obviously, Georgia is very, very far away from New Jersey. But I found out that there is a Second and Charles in Delaware. And Delaware is a lot closer. So now I'm very desperate to go to Delaware. And Sam is like, I don't want to go to Delaware. And I was like, please take us to Delaware. So that's my goal. But we'll see. So I think I'm trying to talk him into be like, oh, we'll just go and like literally go overnight and spend a day doing something different. But he's like, no. So we'll see. But that's like my super short-term goal, like maybe by the end of the month goal, maybe by the end of June. But for longer distance, in the U.S., I really want to go to, I always want to go to Disney, so just assume that. But I really want to go to Vegas because I had 2 trips planned that both got canceled. So I want to go there. And like out of the U.S., I really want to go to Japan one day or the U.K. So that's some of the places I want to go. My phone went to sleep again. Where are we at? Last place you were. On Saturday, we went to the mall to try to buy Sam shoes. And he is the slowest shoe picker. So we did not buy him shoes at the time, but we went to like 6 different shoe stores in the mall. So that's where I was. It was fun though. We went to box lunch and we went to like the mall now. The one mall has started filling up spaces with activities, and I think that's so smart. We have a bunch of malls around us, but some of them are like super, super high end, because I guess that's like the kind of things you buy in stores. You don't want to buy really high end stuff online. I don't know. I don't have much high end stuff, if any, but it's not fun to shop at that mall because I don't know about anybody else, but I'm not like going from Tiffany's to Coach to whatever else is in there. Other high-end things. I can only name 2 high-end things. But the mall, this other mall now started putting in activities. So there's like mini golf and pottery painting and things like that. And there was actually like a target practice thing. So it was like airsoft guns and a bunch of targets. And it was almost as if it was a carnival booth. But I love Target things, so we did stop there in our mall adventure, and I beat Sam, so he's salty about it, which I understand, but I'm just a better shot. I'm sorry. So, did that. Again, everything I'd say was a long story. All right. Do you have a crush? Does Sam count as a crush? Because otherwise, no, not really. I don't know if I've had a crush in a long time. I used to have a crush on everybody. I'm like, oh my God, if you talk to me, I have a crush on you. But I've gotten better. I don't really have any crushes anymore. So, yes. Last time you kissed someone, again, it was Sam. I just like sometimes walk past him and we'll do a little. So, sorry that I made that noise. I apologize, but that's it. Last time you were insulted? I don't know. I don't know if anyone has thrown insult words at me. I mean, I'm sure I was just insulted by something, but I don't know if I have an answer to that. Can't think of anything. Favorite flavor of sweet? I really like chocolate. A lot. I like chocolate, yes. I like dark chocolate a lot. If it's like sweet but not chocolate, I really enjoy whatever Swedish fish flavor is. That's the first thing that popped into my head. I like strawberry flavored things too. Stuff like that, yes. What instrument do you play? I used to play clarinet, kind of. Basically, my grandpa bought me a clarinet to play in school band, and somebody stole it for a while, and I didn't want to tell my grandpa because instruments are expensive, so then I just stopped going to band, and then at the end of the year, it like came back. So I think the school accidentally gave somebody my clarinet to rent, so that really spoiled me for band, but yeah. Oh, now Sam's coming back. Hey.
Hey.
There's a lot of questions about you that you missed. So, yeah, so I don't really play anything that I can think of, which, yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't be able to think of something, so yeah. Favorite piece of jewelry? Oh my gosh. Right? That makes sense. I don't wear too much jewelry. I was in a big Pandora phase, so I was obsessed with that for a while. I, right now, have a really cute, it's not on, so I can't show you. I have a cute whale tail necklace. My mom used to have a whale tail necklace, and I just like vividly remembered it, so I thought about it, and I bought one on Amazon, and it actually has 2 little whale tails, so I'm like, oh, it's me and her. I really love that. And I'm obsessed with ankle bracelets, like anklets, and I kind of forgot they existed, but I recently bought some of those from Target. It was like a 3-pack for $6 or something. So I enjoy my anklet. So those are my favorite jewelries. But obviously my wedding ring is my most favorite, but I wanted to not be too obvious. Number 45, last sport you played. On teams, like officially, I stopped sports after t-ball at like 4 years old. I don't know if it's stage fright, but yes, I feel a lot of pressure being watched by people. So I didn't do the best. Like I would do really great in practice and then not when things were official. And also I used to get really bad like heat headaches from playing. I remember like after practice or after games every week feeling really sick. So I never played sports on teams really. But did I play any at home? I don't know. No, I don't know anything I can think of. What's the last sport we played, Samuel? See, now he's here, I can ask for help.
Probably playing the baseball back and forth.
Right? We play catch a lot. We just mostly walk a lot. Given the opportunity, we swim a lot, but we don't really play too much sports. And I think this is, again, Noodle's fault, because for a while we were going to play tennis, but then she's not allowed on the tennis racks. And it just feels like, how can you go to the park without the dog? So we don't really play sports too much, like official sports. Where am I? I'm sorry. Last song you sang. I don't know. Potentially Always Be My Baby, because I did put it on when Sam went grocery shopping and I performed for Noodles and she did not appreciate it and I did not appreciate her not appreciating it. So I was very upset. I was singing, I was dancing, and she was like, no thank you, and just looked out the window. So maybe Always Be My Baby, which also could be the reason I'm remembering it for favorite song. So who knows? These next few are hard and annoying a little bit. Is that the same green? I think so. Favorite chat up line. I don't have one. Again, I only, like, Sam is my second person I've ever been in a relationship with. I wasn't chatting up anybody. And then the next question is, did you use it on anybody? No, because I didn't have it. So that's that. Real nice and simple and quick. And the next one is last time you hung out with anyone. So probably on the second Sunday, I went to my cousin's to have our first outdoor movie of the year. So they have a projector for the backyard, and we watched Spice World. So there's that. And actually, the last time before that was the day before, was game day for the month. So it was a close call. Then the final question is, who should do this next? Oh no, I didn't end up thinking of anybody. Let's make Emily from Color Me Impressed, and let's see if I can time it perfectly that I'll text her right before she does her questions, and then I can be her answer too. Then I don't think I saw Meg from Meg's Art Atrium do this yet. And I don't think I saw Michaela from Michaela Renee, maybe? That's who I'm going to go with. I know Michaela is trying to do a lot of videos in May, so hopefully this would be an easy one for her to do. And Meg is still growing her channel. She's got some goals for subscribers, so that'll be good. And yeah, Emily. So I will link all of those people down below, and Erica for tagging me, and the creator of the tag, any information. I'll have all the colors. If I didn't officially tag you, don't hesitate to do the tag anyway. I I very rarely wait to be tagged. I just usually go for it. So if you also want to go for it, do it. But, yes, do it. If you don't want to go for it and you want to be tagged, maybe reach out to one of the 3 ladies I tagged and they can tag you, you know? Something like that. But we're so close to finishing this page that maybe I'll just keep going and chat it out and just have the tiny little bit of border left. So I want to thank everybody for their response to my This Is Awkward video. That was the title of it. I have a few, I think, great ideas for what to do with buddy colors going forward that I will be talking about probably in my end of the month wrap up. Or I might make a video of it on its own. I'm not positive yet. But everybody was really nice. Like, I was expecting at least a few mean comments, but everybody was really nice. And I'm so happy that I talked about it because I was letting myself get upset alone, but now it's out there, so that's good. And yes, I hit my 3,000, so thank you so much for subscribing. But I will be doing my giveaway very, very soon. I have ideas. I'm trying to make sure I can include as many people as possible, like from any country kind of thing. But since this is going to be like my first giveaway, I'm sure that I'll be able to improve upon it as we do more. But, you know, we're going to try our best. I always try to be as inclusive as possible. So that's that. I'm just going over these lines. Sometimes in these color by color books, if you can't find an exact match, you just kind of go over the line entirely and it helps blend it in. So now I got blue and then dark blue and then we're done. So let's keep going. It's like too little left to do a time lapse because it would literally be like a 3-second time lapse. So I'm just gonna speed through it. But I really love this page. I love fruit themed things, like fruit icons, except cherries. I don't really like cherries. So is that you being exasperated about cherries or just regular breathing? Okay, he was just regular breathing. Sam loves to eat cherries and I do not. But I don't really like cherry things either because they're like always red, you know? But I'm so happy that summer, or going towards summer, means more fruit-themed things. I guess I can say my like whole outro spiel while we're here. What code word should we use, Sammy?
Squid.
Squid?
Yep.
Sam says our outro word for the day is squid. So if you made it all the way to the end, please put squid in the comments. I think he saw my squid hat, and that's where he got that from. But that's okay. I think there is a squid emoji too. Oof, I'm making a mess in my efforts to rush a little bit, but that's all right. We got the bulk of the page done. Let's pick our last color. And again, like this video, subscribe if you haven't. I'm a fun time. Comment down below anything you want to comment. I'll be back again. I still have a lot of great videos coming this month. I got the giveaway. I got scavenger hunt round 4. I have a vlog idea, maybe 2 vlog ideas. And I feel like we're already speeding through this month, so excuse me, I almost made it to the end without nearing to clear my throat. But I love this page. It's so pretty. Yes. This also works for my Patreon bingo because Kira Shershneva is a square this month. So I'm excited for that too. I think this blue is really bringing it all together. I've run out of things to say. I'm so sorry. All right. Speed color. I also finally fixed my nails in like the last 3 parts of the collection videos. They were a mess, but they're better now, so yay. Okay, we did it. Voila. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you made it to this far, the extra bonus word will be like lemon. So like a little lemon and a little squid is like a super fan or something. I don't know, that's silly. But thank you so much for watching. And again, everyone will be tagged down below. The questions will be down below. And I'll be back in 2 days with something different. Bye, guys.